Hello, everybody. Woo! I got a haircut today. How y'all doing? Today is day 24 of my 30-day challenge. I am only 6 days away of finishing this up. This could be perfect. Perfectly imperfect. That's the way you gotta go. Yeah. So today's topic is getting out of the way. So mom had a little cold the other day. She's doing much better now. But it's interesting how when we get sick, when our bodies are not functioning the way that they have been functioning and the way we're used to for them functioning, we get upset. Every time we're sick, or I don't know about you guys, but I get annoyed. It's like, now I gotta slow down. I had so many plans. We always have plans for things to show up at a specific moment. And yeah, we tend to get annoyed, upset that things aren't going the way we wanted to, that we don't have the energy to do all the things that are on our to-do list. And one of the things that I have learned to do, especially when I'm sick, is to slow down, because that's usually what the body's already telling me, that I've been going too fast and it needs time to recuperate. It needs to do what it needs to do. We forget that, even though we have the fantastic medical field that we have, it doesn't have all the answers. They're very good at trauma and triage, making sure that if you're cut, if you need surgery, if you need something cut out of you, if you need, of course, we have antibiotics now and vaccines and all that. But it is amazing to pay attention to the human body and how it heals itself. Really, what doctors and nurses do is help you be comfortable enough for your body to do the work that it needs to do to bring itself back to homeostasis. Homeostasis being the space where it likes to be, where everything's running appropriately and perfectly, exactly as the human body was intended to function. So when we get in the way of that emotionally and we are upset that we're sick, and guess what? The body's not going to heal as quickly. So this is another excellent way of using surrender. I use surrender on everything. And this is where I put in the description box that, you can actually apply this to anything in life. Things solve themselves on their own when we get out of the way. When we are in the way, because we're trying to control it with our one direction, our one point of view, we kind of mess with it. When it's all it has to do is just let it be. My husband, my mother-in-law that passed away years ago, she was so Martin's mom, the one who raised him. She was a nurse, and she adopted 6 kids, all different colors and different backgrounds. She was just amazing, something else. But she was also a nurse. And nurses are awesome people. I just take my hat off, but they deal with everything. And because they deal with everything, they're very much like, as long as your demeanor is okay, you look like you're happy, like when kids are sick and they're snotty and they're running around, as long as they're running around, even if they have a fever, they're okay. The body's doing what it needs to do. It's fighting off its infection or whatever it needs to happen. And it's usually, like I said, it resolves on its own. The nurses would then, if the signs look like it's on its way, that they're not doing well, then you have to make sure that the body is hydrated. You got to give them space to rest, and then of course monitor if there are needs for Tylenol or for a anti-inflammatory and a fever reducer like Tylenol or Advil. So, that's when we get in there. But most of the time, they're like, you're fine. They'll make sure and check you, make sure you don't have any broken bones. But really, it's like, all right, cool. Your body will do it. And they've been trained to know what those signs are. Wouldn't it be amazing if we could all train ourselves to pay attention to our bodies so we know our own signs and how are we doing? And that when we're sick, we allow our bodies to really do the healing that they need to do. So when mom was sick the other day, she was like, I'm just so upset. And of course, it's frustrating. You know, if your nose is going and going and going, it can get very annoying. And she doesn't have as much patience as she used to. So she just complained, you know. I'm like, ah. And I'm like, Mom, it's okay to complain. But what if we can send some extra love to your body? What if you can just say, hey, thank you, body, for letting me know that you need extra rest and that it's time for you to just slow down. And she's like, you're right, I should do that. And then, of course, I go into my whole, okay, what can we do to make her feel better more quickly? And so I have a friend of mine who gave me a recipe for ginger tea. And it's really just, and I'm trying to remember what else you put in there, but I think it's just hot water, ginger, fresh ginger, chopped, or actually the best way is to get it in a mortar and get it nice and pasty like. Put that in boiling water with honey, and I mean, it just opens up all the passages. And there's this thing that we do, and we call it el un té cantao. Un té cantao means you sing to the tea. And, you know, you sing whatever brings you joy. Because the idea is to infuse the tea with healing, with love. And then I made her a chicken noodle soup from scratch, also sang too. So she had a sang soup and a sang tea to drink. And I must say, she's feeling much better like overnight. So that works. But I also, you know, it's the nurturing thing that we can receive nurturing when we're sick. And if we're in the annoyed mindset, we kind of push people away that want to help us out because we just, you don't want to deal with it. But what if we can just be uncomfortable, be okay with the discomfort, and honor that discomfort while we're sitting in it? And that works for everything, especially when you're waiting on a project to come through, or you're buying a house and you can't wait to find out if you're going to get it or not, or yeah, you're just waiting on things. And if you can just sit with that discomfort and let it just be the experience it is and see what happens from there. By the way, the song that I sang to Mom's tea and Mom's chicken noodle soup was, every little cell in my body is happy, every little cell in my body is well. And you do that 2 times, and then it goes, I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. And you can just keep singing, and just try it out. See if next time you feel kind of yucky, try it out. Or even if you're not sick and you're just feeling kind of sad and you need a little pick-me-up, put that in there and see what happens. I say play with it. What do you have to lose? You know, Nicole's nuts. That's fine. I'll take it. I am. I'll own it. But it works. So anyway, get out of your own way. Stop clutching onto things if you can. And when I say that, I'm really talking to myself. Like everything, all of my videos are about how I do this in the everyday and how I talk to myself and how I remind myself, especially in those moments when I feel triggered, meaning annoyed. I find something that is not clicking, it's not working. Stop, breathe, pay attention to what's happening, slow down. And what's really funny is when you slow down, things will speed up for you. So again, when you slow down when you're sick, you get better quicker. If you fight it and you continue working through the sickness and you're not letting your body rest, we'll see what happens. Usually it tends to be that it prolongs the sickness, or at least the symptoms of it, right? So I think that's it for today. I just decided to talk on that because it's very important to remind ourselves that it's our bodies that are doing all the work. And if our intention and our mindset is one of like a placebo, I'm gonna get better, I know I will, and it's fine, it goes quicker, it goes faster, and you don't have to be in downtime as long. And instead, you can actually use that downtime for something useful as rest, introspection, find out what works for you and what doesn't. And then when you come back full force, you can do it with joy in your heart. And excitement and, yeah, make it a better existence for yourself. And again, in turn, if you have a better existence for yourself, it works for everybody around you. So that's my live for today. I hope it is of service. If you don't catch me here, of course, go check out my YouTube channel, Nicole Lasswell. If you want to know more about what I do, you can go to my website, innerpeacebroker.com, or just NicoleLasswell.com. It will take you there. And yeah, in the next few days, I'll be talking about some other things, some projects and some challenges that we have with Soulful Awakenings era. This fantastic group of ladies. It's a judgment-free zone, and we can just really get into the nitty-gritty of these things that I talk about that help you get rid of, of all your control. And it just, again, you remove yourself out of the way, and the universe can just give you everything that you're waiting for to arrive. It's all waiting on the sidelines. It's just that we think that it has to be a specific way. And that's the problem with thinking small. You miss out on all of it, all the glory. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful night, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video for day 25. Sending you so much love and light. God bless. Bye.